You get yourself out of the American perspective into a Japanese perspective.
I think the lower education are like more like, hey, can you please study? And then the higher education, they're like, if you're not studying, you cannot do the higher education. So,
hey guys and gals on Ask Japanese, it's Cathy Cat. What are the biggest problems people face when learning Japanese language? This time we're gonna go hit a language school here in Tokyo and ask the students what problems they have when they're trying to learn the Japanese language and how they have overcome those problems. We wanna know. So don't forget, hit the subscribe button for more on this topic. Let's go and ask foreign language students what the biggest problems are when they're learning Japanese. Studying here in Japan, what is like the hardest thing?
The hardest thing is the first thing you come across in the first month, and you're going to make a lot of mistakes, and it can be really tough on your confidence. But getting over that and getting used to just, it's okay to make mistakes, it's okay to say something. You will say some things that just sound horrendously hilarious. You'll remember that mistake a lot more, and you'll grow from it a lot easier.
I heard, like, when I went to the UK to study, I found like 3 months are like the cracking point. The first 3 months are really hard, and afterwards your brain kind of gets used to using the language. So you're right now on the second month, which means you're like right now in struggle zone.
Yeah.
How is struggle zone?
it's really hard. Like, you just end up getting really frustrated. But I think you just have to like relax for like a second and just like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get used to it eventually.
Keep yourself motivated?
Yeah, what you need is good vibes.
How do you keep yourself motivated? What gives you the good vibes?
If you get along with your classmates, like having friends everywhere at home, school, it's not that hard to try to stay positive.
I met a lot of new people here, and I'm very happy. And everybody is just like very, very motivated already, so that kind of transfers to me.
I think the hardest part of learning Japanese for me is probably kanji. So, it's just kanji everywhere. There are characters you can recognize in different radicals. There's just so many to memorize. And probably the most fun thing is actually just meeting all kinds of people here at the school and just in Japan in general. Like, so many people are really nice, and a lot of them do go out of their way to help you. So it's like, especially if you want to learn Japanese and they want to learn English, so it kind of helps.
Like we call it tandem when like both of you push each other.
Yeah, so that's one of the more fun experiences I've had here.
Hardest part was like getting the nerve to really start speaking Japanese after learning it, because my pronunciation is not very good. So it's like I get really nervous and I get shy. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna hide in a corner now, So that's would be the hardest part for me, is like I get nervous very easy. So it's like I tend to like not say anything at all. So it's like can't find the word right now. Overwhelming. That's all I can say.
Push yourself to be outgoing a little bit.
I wouldn't say a body language kind of society, but it's not direct communication. Like, there are things that there are nuances to different things that even just walking into a place or going to a train, there are things that you can do or things that you shouldn't do on like the train. So like stuff like that, you could read about it, but until you actually go through it, you're like, oh yeah, I can see why it's like that.
School-wise, anything you wouldn't understand?
I think when people think, especially about language schools, it'd be kind of easy to do or whatever, it's actually not that easy. So it's like, because everything is in Japanese, it's a new language, whereas because I studied Japanese back in school, the classes were taught in English. So it's like, there's a misconception, you could just learn it back in the United States. It's like the same experience. It's not really the same experience at all. Because the way they teach is different. Like, Japanese schools teach different than American schools and vice versa.
Like, I haven't had the pleasure to necessarily study back in the States. This is my first time learning the course, and then actually listening to like watching anime or like watching Japanese shows and like listening to some music. It's like you can try to repeat some of the things and probably get it, but once you're actually here and learning what it takes to actually put in the grammar and actually put in the right sentences together and ending of the certain word and questions, it's like it's a whole different story, and it's like you really have to put yourself out of somebody else.
One more time, you really have to?
You really have to get yourself into a different perspective. You get yourself out of the American perspective into a Japanese perspective, because it's a whole different ballgame, literally.
How hard for you was it to follow the classes?
For me, it actually was fine because I also did I did Abitur. You get to know what it feels like to learn for yourself. So you kind of learn how to learn, because when you're doing these kind of higher educations, no one really cares if you pass or not. That sounds kind of harsh, but it is. If you have to do it for yourself,
Right,
and
yeah.
you're not doing it for the teacher. I think when
You do it for your own sake, yeah.
Yes. I think the lower education are more like, hey, can you please study? And then the higher education, they're like, if you're not studying, you cannot do the higher education. So I think it was the understanding of, I want to do this myself. I paid this myself, which was a really, really big part. I paid a lot of money to come here, and not just for partying or for doing Japanese stuff. Then I could just visit here as a trip, and actually learning the language. I wanted to do it by myself. So you kind of have an understanding sitting at home, okay, that's what I wanted, even if it's a little bit tough.
Getting everything ready to make the transition from the UK to Japan, what was the hardest thing? What did you have to do?
There wasn't really anything that difficult because I always had the goal. So I knew. The most difficult thing was probably for poor old people that take me to Japan, because I was emailing them constantly with questions every day, asking them, is this, and is this what I have to do? But no, it was quite easy, really, talking to them, and also.
Did they get back to you a lot then?
Yeah, I felt sorry for.
How many emails did you send?
I'm not joking. I think we had a chain of maybe 125 at one point. So
wow.
So I had to start a new chain, because before I came here for maybe 18 months before, I was okay, that's definitely what I want to do, but I don't have the money yet, so I'm gonna maybe make this person's name detailed, write it down, and then I'll email that person in a year when I've got the money. And then that's what I did, and then they remembered me, which I was quite surprised about. And then I was yeah, I'm ready to sign up, and then it was quite easy from there. I just had to go to London once, and twice, and that was it.
In those 100 of emails, what were your common questions?
I'm a bit of a worrier, actually. So there was a lot of questions about which school, where can I stay there? How much is it going to be? How long does the visa last? What are the visa rules? There was a lot of questions, really stupid questions looking back, actually. I think I just needed to relax and maybe just look at the website. But
did they manage to soothe your worries?
Yeah, they did, which is why I'm here, I suppose. So I wouldn't have done it if I didn't feel comfortable. But they really was helpful, actually. I can't thank them enough, because they made everything quite easy. And if I did it all by myself, it would have been terrible.
The biggest problem, or the hardest thing to overcome, I think, is yourself. And two big things about that one are overcome your frustrations. It's the same thing when you're trying to learn an instrument. Don't get frustrated and give up. Stick with it. Consistency is number 2. Try to be consistent if you're trying to learn the language. We all have frustrations. We all have setbacks. We all have moments. Maybe we just want to throw it out of the window. But the most important moment is then to stick with it. Be consistent and do a little bit every day. I cannot stress this enough. When I started learning Japanese, I always had some vocabulary that I learned before bed, and then I repeated them on the next morning. So when you are trying to learn the Japanese language, try to put a little bit of that into your everyday. And that could be sticking the words you want to learn near your mirror when you brush your teeth and just go through them, or have a little sheet of vocabularies on your phone that you check before you then check your Instagram or my Instagram. Shameless plug. And just make sure that you do a little bit every day to just overcome those frustrations, and they come to all of us. I know you might have reached a point when you're I'm never gonna learn this. Woo! Anyways, we all have problems and we all struggle sooner or later. Most important is that you stay strong and stick with it. Good luck with your Japanese studies, and you'll get there in the end. So guys, this is Sayaka. Hello. Sayaka has actually helped us to be able to come to schools and interview the teachers that we interview. So thank you very much for that.
No problem.
So I understand you're trying to connect schools with students. So what do you do?
Yes, I help students from all over the world find the best and apply to the language school that suits them.
So that's the service, Take Me to Japan, right?
Yes, it's a free website. You can inquire and I help you apply and find the best language school for you.
Right. So, in case you're curious and maybe you want to study at one of the schools from the teachers that you met, that's the page. We're going to put that in the link down below so you can find Sayaka's page for Take Me to Japan. And it's free.
Yes.
Good. I like it. Okay. So it's the links down below. Check it out. And thank you so much for watching. And I'll catch you soon for more stuff on Ask Japanese.